Hi everyone, my name is Eileen and I'm a licensed artist with Sizzix. I'm here today along with favecrafts.com to show you a new project that I designed using my Vase die. And this is a scoreboard die which is designed to cut mat board and thicker materials, chipboard and things like that. The project that I've done today, I have used mat board and I've covered it and done a kind of a special technique with it which I'm going to show you. But you could use paper just as well. If you had paper that you wanted to use for a special project or special colors or something, you would be free to do that too. So let's get started. This is the Vase die, as I said. We're also going to be using mat board, and I have two other dies, and that's to make the little tag here. One is the flower layers number 9, and the other one is the leaves die, and I don't know if you can see them, but we have them. Okay, I would like to show you a trick that I learned with this packing paper. This is the stuff that I get when I get my box of dies. It's all crumpled up and mashed together in there, so it just killed me to throw it out. So I have an idea for you. Okay, we're going to cut a piece that is the size of a piece of mat board. This is 6 by 13 inches, and they're sold by Sizzix, and they're called Little Sizzles. What I'm going to do is take my trusty Krylon spray adhesive. Now you want to do this in a well-ventilated area. In fact, I am out in my barn right now, so you may notice some farm implements on the wall. So what I'm going to do is place this on top of my mat board. And if you have wrinkles, that's okay. That's kind of the point of it. And just smooth it out, and you will see almost a leather-looking effect. It's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, and now I've already cut one, because to make this die, this little plant cover, we need 2 of these. So I'm going to take my big shot, and I'm going to make my sandwich. You always place the right side of the project down, whatever it is that you want showing on the outside of your project. Face that toward the blade, because that's where it's going to score. Got a sneezing dog here. Okay, we'll run it through the big shot. Now we have another cutout. So I have 2. So the next step that I'm going to do, and if you can see on this vase, if you can zoom in a little, there's a pattern on here. The one that I did today, that I'm going to do now, is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to use a little different stencil, but I'll show you the one that I did use. It's very delicate. The one that I want to do now will be a lot more bold. So what I have are these 2 pieces, and I'm not going to put them together yet, but we're going to stencil them. So let me get my supplies. I'm going to use some pigment inks, some stencil brushes, my trusty non-stick mat, which is pretty gross looking, but what can you do? Okay, here is the stencil that I used on this other project, if you can see. They're very fine lines. I love it, and I think it goes really nice with the flower, but I thought maybe this time we'll try a different one. So this is a larger design. Let's turn this over. Oh, no better. Okay, maybe this way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these nice vivid pigment inks by Clear Snap, line them up. Whoops. So we have all these colors to work with. And now what I'm going to do is take my stencil and just place it down. And I'm going to start with my lightest color first. And sometimes you can blend it if you want, but really on here I think the more vibrant the better look you're going to get. And just start rubbing in a circle around one color at a time. And you can vary where you go kind of blend them into each other. So now we have the two pieces, and what we're going to do is join them, and you just kind of have to look at them and see where the less obvious joint is, probably right there. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of my tacky tape, and you really do want something that sticks very well here, and I have found that the tacky tape is the best for this. The thing is, when you cover mat board with paper, sometimes the adhesive on the back of the paper lets go. Hopefully I put enough. Don't cut yourself like I almost did. And I'm going to do 2 layers here just to make sure. And then it may be, I think that we did have to trim a couple segments off this die, but we'll see. You have my research, but if you were going to do this project, make sure you go and wrap the pieces around to make sure it covers your container before you start, because you may need 3 if you do a larger pot. I think that's probably a 4 or 5 inch pot, so it takes 2. So now what I'm going to do is cover this here and press it down real well and trim off. Right, just turn it. Oop. Alright, now you can see how strong it is. I wanted to move it down a little bit, but I can't do it. So that's good. Alright, so now we're going to bend each segment so that it will wrap around. Okay, now the other process, I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to tell you about how I did this. Because what happened is, when I put my flour in the pot, and I did not put a bottom in here, but if you wanted, you could put a pretty little saucer underneath to catch the water and stuff. What happened was, when I laid it on here, it just fit. So, but you could see still a little rim of the pot here. So what I did was, I took another bit of the packing paper and I sewed a gathering stitch all around and just kind of fluffed it, and then I adhered it inside with another line of the score tape. So this is what we're up to here, and you want to make sure it's somewhat tight, but not so tight that you can't get the flour out. You can always pop it out of the bottom, but do it so you have a little room to breathe there, especially if you're going to add this other process of the packing paper. So then, alright, let's see. So we have probably 2 extra segments, so I'm just going to take my scissors and cut them off. What I did was I just tied some twine from the twinery, and I cut those flowers that I told you about out, and I added a little stickles around here, glitter, and then I taped some leaves to the back, and then I wrote my little message, "Thanks for dinner." So say I was bringing this to a friend's for dinner. Okay, now someone has to invite me to the house for dinner. So that's our project for today. I hope that there are a lot of ways that you can use this vase die. And if you think of them, email me at eileenhull@aol.com. I would love to hear. So if you need a project for Thanksgiving dinner and you're bringing a poinsettia at Christmas time, think of this. Get your vase die and whip it up. Okay? So thanks to Fave Crafts for having me along, and to Sizzix for making the dies. See you later. Bye.